As a high school wrestler, Dan went 64-0, not losing a single match.
So at the Presidential Medal of Freedom ceremony...
Now, I'm larger than you a little bit. Do you think I could take you in wrestling? Would I have a big advantage?
You would have no chance.
Trump thought he could handle a world-class wrestler, Dan Gable, receiving the nation's highest honor, but it was the abrupt ending that has everyone talking.
Mr. President, one more question about the inauguration. Thank you very much.
Anything on Bill Barr, sir?
Congratulations, sir. He's gone.
In a wild video, Donald Trump walked out of this ceremony, leaving its honoree stunned. The build-up to this was also something.
The election was totally rigged.
Going from one dangerous thought
It's a disgrace to our country. It's like a third world country.
to another.
Glitches. The glitches weren't glitches. They got caught sending out thousands of votes. All against me, by the way.
And many, many more. A man who refuses to concede.
Calling the election fraudulent is actually a money-making opportunity for Trump. He has raised a lot of political donations on the heels of claiming that he was unfairly treated in the election.
So he can continue scamming his base for more and more money. He's raised over $170 million as of December 1st. And they've done it via Vox with highly misleading insinuations that the money is funding Trump's farcical legal challenges of the election results, when a careful reading of the fine print shows the money is largely being raised for things like paying down campaign debt and funding Trump's post-presidency operation. So in short, that is why you will never hear him say he lost, because he hates being called a loser, and because the financial incentives are too high for him to wave the white flag.
He won 117 consecutive matches and lost only one. Well, you know, in politics, I won 2, so I'm 2-0, and that's pretty good too.
Like here, comparing his 1-1 record in elections to a world-class athlete and the finest in his field. It's delusional, but there is a reason for it. One of the more comedic moments was the following. Trump asked Gable about his performance in the Olympics and actually cuts off Gable as he's about to just trash beating the Russians.
How many matches in the Olympics, Dan?
6.
So you won every match and you didn't give up a point.
None.
And that's a record. It's a record I think that still stands. To do that, did the Russian in the final did not get a point?
Russian did not get a point.
And what did you win that one by?
Only won at 3-0, but...
That's okay.
Which is, in short, totally on brand for a guy who is forever indebted to a dictator like Vladimir Putin.
A permanent reminder of the incredible journey that started in the great state of Iowa. I love Iowa. I love Iowa. And I knew those polls were wrong. They had me losing Iowa, Dan, and we won Iowa by a lot. There were a lot of polls that were wrong. I love that state.
Notice how he does not get an acknowledgement or a single nod from Gable. It reminds me of when LSU visited the White House.
They're trying to impeach the son of a... Can you believe that? You believe that?
And Trump tried using Joe Burrow's name.
Got the greatest economy we've ever had, Joe.
Alas, the star quarterback would not budge. Trump always, routinely, seeks public endorsements and praise in any form. He lives for folks cheerleading his every step, his every breath, at every turn.
He's an athletic giant who conquered one of the most difficult and ancient sports in the world. He's the greatest wrestler, probably, ever.
Thus, it's hard for him to acknowledge the greatness that blessed the Oval Office that day.
And also Representatives Jim Jordan. Where's Jim? A great wrestler. A really great wrestler. I won't go over the record because the only way you're not great is compared to this guy, perhaps.
Really. If you care to go over records, check out our clips on Ohio State, Jim Jordan, and the silence when his athletes came forward that they were abused by the team doctor. Jim, like Trump, chose to turn a blind eye and continue digging a deeper hole. Shame is simply not a strong enough word for these deplorable men.